or am I back in Russia again? Okay, well, as you can see, we are here in Istanbul, Turkey, and we're getting some really nice scenic views from our hotel room here. And here's what the room itself looks like. It's kind of an old school, a lot of wooden surfaces. It's definitely not everyone's, preference, but I like it. I definitely like it. In just about a couple of minutes, we're going to be leaving to start our tour. Today, our tour includes the Old City, Istanbul tour, and Bosphorus. The Bosphorus is, by the way, it's like a strait that separates the continent of Asia with Europe. This is a day in Istanbul. Hopefully today will allow us to forget about the troubles of yesterday, because yesterday was a stressful day. We're on the bus now, getting to our tour. Take a look at this. Obelisks. We have now begun the Old City tour. Hope this is interesting because it was 90 euros.
9 years because of that. This is also known as the Bulgarian church. It was built in 1898 by that man behind you. You can see his statue. His name is Stefan Bogorodian man. And in 1840 they built their first church here. Small church, a wooden one. Because they wanted to have their own separate community, but this church was burned, it was collapsed. For that reason, and the Bulgarian community, it started to grow more, so they needed a bigger church. They needed a church that can be easily assembled and disassembled in case Sultan cancels his order back.
Alright, I don't know how much you understood from the tour guide, but this is a Bulgarian church. Orthodox Christians established this church. I'm really getting a Russia moment here. The colors, the true colors of Istanbul in terms of Orthodox Christianity is starting to show. It's really starting to feel like Russia in some ways. But it is a little bit different in some ways. Just a little bit different from the Russian Orthodox churches. It's so similar, yet there are differences. Indeed, there was a slight difference compared to the churches I had seen in Russia. There was a difference in the kind of neoclassical icons I saw on the stands. This church felt it had more color in its design, especially for the windows. And lastly, no chairs for the Russian churches, unlike this one. Nevertheless, it was certainly not expecting of me to see something like this sitting in a majority Islamic community. Alright, now taking a look at the streets of Istanbul. All the markets. A lot of them have fruit, selling fruit.
Behind me, the Greek Fanar School. It's a private school when Mehmet II conquered the city in 1453. This school itself is old as the conquest of the Istanbul, but also could you...
Wasn't standing in the best place.
It was built with a Russian financial support because they were Orthodox as well, so that's why they were supporting. It used to be a religious school for Orthodox people. And we will give you such right now 7
11:10.
11:10. we're gonna meet here and we're gonna go to somewhere else. 11:10.
Interestingly, you can't see that they're colored like a rainbow unless you stand behind them. They didn't paint the top of the steps. It's still very cool. I like it. Touristy place. Alright, well, the tour's going pretty good so far. It's been going a little differently than I thought it was. I thought we'd go to Hagia Sophia first. That's what the itinerary said, but it seems like that's one of the last places we're going to end up stopping at. Right now we're just waiting here on the street, as you can see. Just going to have to wait until everybody from the tour catches up. We got probably about 5 more minutes to wait, and then we go to our next place, which I don't know. But I guess live and see. Live and see. Everything's a hassle when you travel. That's one thing for sure. Well, here we are at the port once again. Just waiting for our boat to unload all the passengers, and then we get on. It's a 3-hour cruise. I think it's gonna be cool. I don't know why I'm at a loss for words right now. This is an awkward moment. We've been sitting and waiting here for like 30 minutes. We went around the same place 2 times in a row on the bus, and didn't know initially what was going on, but I think I know now why. Because our captain here is late. But hey, at least they're here now. There's hope. Asia. 2 continents, 1 city. What a place. Now it's time to try some Turkish cuisine, and not the most impressive salad I've seen out of my entire stay here, but hey, it's still something. Salad. My food now. It was all very good. We just picked up a new tour group from the Asian side of Turkey, right here, and we're heading back. But yeah, we're heading back to the main part of Istanbul, and it's all good. It's all very scenic. It's all very pretty. The weather's good. Mostly clear skies. And most importantly, I'm just chilling. Actually, that sounded really cringe. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Sorry, guys. And with that cringe-worthy statement now out of the way, it is time to return back to shore, hop back on the bus to see the place we've all been waiting for. Как тебе?
Мне прекрасно.
Что это смысл?
В смысле, что мне хорошо.
Oh, this is it. Hagia Sophia, right here. And it is big. videos, but can't be too long. From what I heard out of my tour guide, and up right here, he's just chilling, hanging out up here. His name is Alexander, and he was the ruler of the Ottoman Empire, or maybe it wasn't the Ottoman Empire, but of this general vicinity, whatever it was at the time, whether it was Byzantine and Ottoman. I haven't studied enough history. Anyways, he was kind of a controversial leader, and there are several theories on how he died, and one of them is he got drunk and fell off of his chariot. Haha, lol. But that's why he's just sort of chilling up there. Man, that is loud.
It seemed that the call to prayer had finally ended. Meanwhile, I got to be yet again surprised by even more medieval-era Christian frescoes that somehow survive even through the capturing of Constantinople.
And Jesus Christ. And this is from the 6th century.
We continue forth to Sultanahmet Square.
Well, here we are. We're out. We're on the streets. And, now we're going to the Blue Mosque, which should also be interesting. I'm just recording it now because I only have like 18% of my battery. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Blue Mosque. You know what? There was no need for me to be that formal, but you know what? I like messing around sometimes, and I'm bored right now. That's okay, because Hagia Sophia single-handedly was, you know, it made my day, single-handedly. That's probably half the reason why I'm interested in coming here. Well, there was a sign that said this mosque was closed for religious practices. Somehow we're still here, so I'm gonna go ahead and record. Use the last bit of percentage out of my camera so you guys can see this amazing place. Oh, so I guess it was just closed on this path here. Okay, I guess it's half closed then. Here's the obelisk.
He's also giving crown to winners of the chariot races. You can see in the marble. Let's go in the meantime. In there, you can see there is a monument, green one with it looks like a snake's body. That one is called Snake Column. Also this way, around 470 BC, there was this one battle called Plataea. The Greek cities back then, they were separated, and they won. One time they united against the Persians, and they won the battle. And when they won this Plataea battle, they made a cauldron. They put all of the Persian swords, shields into cauldron, and they made that column from that cauldron. And it used to have 3 snake heads with some valuable gems. But only one snake exists now in Istanbul Archaeological Museum. The rest are missing. After Fourth Crusade, they took everything from that column, and that's why you can see there are some holes. Those are there because Fourth Crusader soldiers, they took the. You can see the holes now, and after that, Janissaries use it as a climbing tower, basically.
History.
Okay.
Well, the tour is done. That was a day in Istanbul. Now, I do suppose that I could have filmed a little bit more when I was eating and what I was eating. Don't fret, because I will probably have some extras where I do a food review or something like that. You know, I'm pretty tired now. That was probably a 6-hour excursion. Honestly, I think I'm done filming today. I don't know where my energy went. I probably was having some kind of extreme caffeine rush earlier, because I had a lot of energy earlier. I don't really have a whole lot. I did drink an espresso plus a little bit of tea, so that probably explains it. Now I'm crashing. Yeah, I guess that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked it.
While Turkey is certainly not a country that most people would go to first, what I saw there in a few days was unlike any other place I had been. It's not European, Asian, or African. It's rather a unique blend of all of these said places. Turkey is indeed one of its kind. There's a reason why it's considered the center of the world, and Istanbul, the queen of all cities. Now this is what I call dinner.
This is chicken casserole. Hot, but good.